He never meant to send that message. But the moment Daniel's thumb slipped and the words, "I miss you," flew onto the screen, straight to his boss, his entire world froze. The message wasn't for her. It was meant for his 7-year-old daughter, Lily, who had been staying with her aunt for the week. And now, as he stared at the screen in horror, 3 dots appeared. She was typing back. He expected anger. He expected awkwardness. But he never expected that night to change everything in his life. Daniel had been a single dad for 4 years, juggling 2 jobs and barely holding himself together. His main job was at a small marketing firm where his boss, Elena Hart, carried a reputation as the Ice Queen, cold, serious, all business. He respected her, feared disappointing her, and never imagined she'd be part of any personal moment of his life. That was why the accidental text felt like a disaster waiting to explode. When the 3 dots vanished and no reply came, Daniel's heart pounded. He replayed his whole day, wondering what she would think. He had been exhausted, too tired even to smile, missing Lily terribly. So the message was real, it just wasn't meant for Elena. He typed a quick apology, fingers shaking, trying to explain. But before he hit send, there was a knock at his front door. Sharp. Fast. Unexpected. He opened it and froze. Elena stood there, in the cold evening air, hair slightly messy as if she had rushed. She looked nothing like the strict boss he knew at work. Her voice came gently, "Daniel, can we talk?" And before he could gather his words, she stepped inside, her eyes softening in a way he had never seen. Daniel felt his throat tighten as Elena walked into his small apartment, looking around at the toys on the couch, the little drawings taped to the fridge, the faint smell of pancakes Lily had made last weekend. He felt embarrassment wash over him. This wasn't the place you wanted your boss to see, least of all after an accidental text like that. "I'm really sorry about the message," he finally said, rubbing the back of his neck. "It was for my daughter. I didn't mean to make things weird." But instead of looking offended, Elena smiled softly, a smile so rare it looked like sunlight breaking through winter. "I know it wasn't for me. But I could tell you needed someone tonight." Daniel blinked, confused. "Why would you think that?" She hesitated before answering. "Because I saw the exhaustion in your face every day. The kindness you still manage to show everyone. The strength it takes to raise a child alone. Most people don't see it. But I do." Her words hit him like a wave, gentle, warm, but overwhelming. No one had said anything like that to him in years. He swallowed hard, trying not to let the emotion show. Elena walked toward a photo on the table, Daniel and Lily at a park, both smiling wide. "Your daughter, she seems wonderful. She's my whole world," he whispered, "I can tell." She turned to him again. "Daniel, why didn't you tell anyone you were struggling?" He shrugged, almost ashamed. "People have their own problems. And I didn't want to risk my job." She stared at him for a long moment, then stepped closer. "You won't lose your job. Not on my watch." His chest tightened again, but this time not from fear. Something about her presence, her voice, her quiet understanding, it felt like a door opening where everything had once been shut. They sat on the couch, a careful distance between them at first, but as minutes passed, the walls Daniel had built slowly began to fall. He told her about Lily's asthma, the hospital visits, the bills, the late nights when he would type on his laptop while Lily slept on his chest. He told her about the guilt, always feeling he wasn't enough as a father. Elena listened as if each word mattered. Not like a boss. Like someone who genuinely cared. After a long pause, she whispered, "You know, I didn't come here just because of the text." He looked at her, surprised. "I came because I've been wanting to understand you, the real you. The man behind the work, behind the tired eyes." Her voice softened even more. "And because when I saw those words, 'I miss you,' my heart reacted before my mind could. I felt something." Daniel felt warmth flood his chest. He had kept his distance from her for so long because she was his boss, because she was unreachable. But now she seemed so human, so gentle, sitting in his little apartment as if she belonged there. Suddenly his phone buzzed. Lily had sent a voice message saying she couldn't sleep and missed him. Daniel closed his eyes, guilt rising again. Go talk to her, Elena whispered. He stepped into the bedroom and comforted his daughter, promising he'd call again in the morning. When he returned, Elena was standing by the window, looking out at the silent street. You love her more than anything, she said without turning around. With everything I have, he replied. She finally turned, walked closer, and her voice dropped to a whisper so soft it almost broke him. Daniel, you deserve someone who loves you like that too. The words hit deeper than anything he'd heard in years. He searched her eyes. Elena, why are you saying this? She stepped close enough that he felt her breath. Because I thought I had forgotten how to feel. But you reminded me. The silence between them became its own language, warm and fragile. Then, gently, she rested her hand on his arm. Let me be there for you. Not as your boss. As someone who cares about you. Truly. Daniel's voice cracked. I don't know what will happen. I'm just trying my best. She smiled, soft, hopeful. Then we'll try together. And at that moment, for the first time in a long time, Daniel felt something he had almost forgotten, possibility. A future. A warmth that didn't feel like a dream. Outside, the night was quiet. Inside, two people who had never expected to meet halfway discovered a bond they didn't know they needed, and all because of one accidental text, the one that changed everything.